Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, please like and subscribe. And if you click the little bell in the lower right hand corner, you'll be notified of future videos when they're uploaded. What happened to Michele Diane Miscavige? Michele Shellie Diane Miscavige, her maiden name was Barnett, was born January 18th, 1961. She was the wife of church Scientology leader David Miscavige. She was last seen in public in August of 2007. Actress Leah Remini, a former Scientologist and vocal critic of the organization, filed a missing persons report regarding Shellie Miscavige with the Los Angeles Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, in 2013. According to the story in the Los Angeles Times, based on information from an anonymous LAPD source, the LAPD contacted Miscavige and subsequently closed the case. Allegedly, another missing persons report was filed, or at least two other filed. One was reported by Lawrence Wright, though he does not state who submitted it. So, we have to have somewhere to start, all right? So, we're also going to note that Shellie Miscavige, her mother, on September 8th, 1985, was found dead. 3 rifle shots to the chest and a fatal shot to the head with a long rifle, ruled a suicide. 2 suicide notes were found. This woman was 5 foot 314 pounds. The Fishman press release 28.4.94 determined from ballistics based on height it could not have been self-inflicted. She had left the Scientology and was associating with apostates to the anger of her son-in-law, David Miscavige. Here's a picture of David Miscavige. When asked for a comment, this is alleged, he stated, "The bitch got what she deserved." Now, that's alleged. So here's another picture of Michele Miscavige. Now, Ron Miscavige is David Miscavige's father, has left Scientology and written a book, which you can research that on your own. So what I want to do with the tarot cards is pick up from when she was last seen in August of 2007. Now, she would have been a pretty high up high priestess of this Scientology group, okay, being married to the group's leader, David Miscavige, okay. So now, is it possible that she just wanted to disappear from the public? Yes. Is it possible that something else could have happened to her? Yes. So I asked the cards, and I'm using for this layout, this particular layout, the Haunted House tarot cards. This is the tarot cards that I'm using. And we're going to pick up the story here. So we've got the Ace of Swords here, okay? And this appears to be a hand laying here with a weapon over it. So we'll just make a note of that. And then we have the King of Pentacles. And of course, that would most likely represent somebody in a leadership position, could be David Miscavige. Here was happiness, and this would be the married couple, children. I'm not sure that they had children. I didn't research that. I just simply asked, got some basic information because a fellow YouTuber had asked me to do this, a story on this. And we have, so here appears to be happy, right? This is a happy card. Next to that is the 5 of Pentacles. And that is thrown out, like abandoned from some religion. Like this is the Kabbalah Tree of Life, but this could also represent some kind of a church organization and being thrown out, being tossed out or being thrown out. And then we've got 8 of Wands, like swiftly. Like something happens swiftly. The 8 of Wands can indicate quickly. And then we've got the King of Wands again, and this would have made me assume that they had, done something horrible to her. However, the next card indicates that she was just placed in a room. She was placed in a room by herself. So she was either, something done, drugged, something done to where she was unconscious, woke up in a room, all right, in a secluded room. And then this looks like possibly someone else is involved. So there's another woman who rose up, right? Because that's the Nine of Pentacles, very independent woman. And then there was talk and whispers and pss, pss, pss. And this is the Temperance card of this. You can see the two women talking and conspiring. And then there was this battle, this epic battle. And then look at this, even looks like the compound. Here, let's just show you. Look at this. Isn't that wild? That's the compound. And look at this, just looks like a compound. And this person looks a little bit dark, if we should say that. And there's definitely some kind of control factor going on in this compound. And look at the wood, the wood of the room, or what's above her, the structure that's above her. So I don't know, this card strikes a little bit of evil look. Oh, I got a glare here. Just a little bit of evilness, a black around her eyes. Something is not right here. And the Hermit is seclusion. That's, but look at the Hermit card. Now I'm going to turn off this light and bring the Hermit card in so you can see the woman peeking. There's a woman peeking out of somewhere. What does she know? Someone knows something. Someone knows what's going on. I believe also because he has a searchlight in his hand that it's possible that people are talking inside the group and still trying to maybe locate her. Now the Hermit goes on top of a mountain, okay? In the normal card, he's on top of a mountain. And, there is a theory that she could have been taken, to a secluded place. So it is possible, but let's pull a few more cards on here with a variety of decks. I'm going to use Omega Land. What else do we have to know? Well, actually, let's use, take that back. Let's use Robinwood. Is Diane Miscavige did she want to disappear from the public eye? Was she desiring that? So this is the Knight of Pentacles. She was very focused. This is kind of focused on finances. This is the angry leader. So this is the King. So when we ask about her, we're getting a Knight focused on money and the angry King of Swords. So this just tells me, these two cards, that he controlled what happened to her. And this is yet another king. Now we've had 3 kings show up. So let's pull Omega Land and see what other details do we have to know about her disappearance. That's interesting. Keeping the lock. When you have a lockbox, you usually want to keep something protected. So there's something that needed to be protected. Somebody wants to guard it, sitting on a locked bench, and that windows boarded up. Just pay it. Oh gosh, and this is the High Priestess card. What did we just say? That she was High Priestess. She was High Priestess. Somebody needed to have secrets kept. Windows are boarded up. This is really a deeper mystery than what I originally thought. And we have another king. There's definitely the king controlling everything that happens to her. And this is the card about secrets. And look at talking, gossiping secrets. There's definitely something going on here. So I'm actually going to pull a couple of Anna Kay cards, and then I'm going to ask if she's ever going to be found. I mean, is she ever going to be found? This is the Page of Cups. So this is just talks about a young person with messages, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. And once again, we have something buried. They're trying to bury something. Now, I don't think they're trying to like bury her, because none of these cards really indicate that she's deceased, okay? So this is like burying something, burying your most precious items, keeping, and so that just goes with the High Priestess theme here of keeping something hidden. So I'm going to ask my Robin Wood Tarot, is she ever going to be come back into the public eye? And let's ask that first. Is Shellie Diane Miscavige ever going to come back into the public? Is she going to come back into the public? Not likely on the Hangman, because he's suspended. And hands tied behind his back. So that's, hands tied behind his back, or he's got his hands behind his back. I mean, whether they're tied or not, we don't know. Maybe he's just hanging there, but, and here she is. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is her. And, and here's the big organization. There's the big organization. And I'll pull one more card because she's, obviously she's part of that big organization. Temperance, and then we got the Temperance again. We got the Temperance here, the Temperance here. I am not sensing at all that she's going to be out in public. And this is kind of a weird question. I'm going to ask another deck. Does Miscavige want to be rescued? Because sometimes the brainwashing runs deep. If her parents were in this organization long term, it could be that she's just, accepted her fate of whatever it is. Is Miscavige wanting to be rescued? There you have it. That's the Devil card. This would be, so the Devil card can be satanic. It's definitely kind of, a sick card, like the devil worshiper, satanic. This is chained, like literally chained and trapped. This is a card about being trapped in an organization. And this can be worshiping, I don't know. I don't know what to say here. We'll just let you come to the conclusion. How about that? But she's got chained here, and this couple is chained. She's literally chained to his control. Once again, it is stating that her entire life is under his control. But it is very possible that through brainwashing and conditioning, which this can also be, where you don't even have control over your own thinking mind anymore, this could very well be that she's trapped in this cult, and yet when offered the chance to get free, as many people know, trying to get someone out of a cult, it's next to impossible. And even if you try pulling them out, they may want to go back. There's just such a strong pull to those who have been emotionally brainwashed into this cult. And this cult early on, when L. Ron Hubbard formed it, he believed that psychology was evil. Psychiatry and psychology were evil. So this church is based on some kind of psychological basis. So here you have it. So I'm not sure that even like a rescue would even benefit her. It just looks like this is a case where, she may even choose, even if she's in confinement, she may choose that is her. That's what happened to her. She might just be accepting of that. So what happened to her is going to probably remain a mystery for a long time. I don't see that she will come out in public, and that is the story that the cards are telling about this. There's definitely a hidden factor. There's something hidden going on, keeping everything hush. I know the members of that Scientology are not allowed to discuss it with anyone. They're not allowed to discuss her with anyone. And so that's where my discussion will end. And you can look at these cards, study them yourself, and come to your own conclusions. But I will just, this is just my interpretation of what happened through the cards that I've been using. Thanks for joining my channel.